Alright, so let's have some examples or applications of quadratic functions. Okay, so let's try to solve some word problems involving quadratic functions. So let's have the first one here. One side of a right triangle is 7 centimeters shorter than the other leg. Its area is 30 centimeters. Alright, so we know that a triangle has a shorter leg. Okay, let's change the drawing. So we have the shorter leg, and it has also a longer leg. Okay, aside from its hypotenuse, which is this one. Okay, now we are to solve for the length of the shorter leg and the longer leg, and given is the area, which is equal to 30 centimeters squared. All right, so we will let x here to be the longer leg, because once we get the value of the longer leg, we simply subtract 7 to that, and then that will be the length of the shorter leg. All right, that will be the length of the shorter leg. All right, so we know that the formula of area is 1/2 base times height. So we have the base, we have the height, and we are also given of the area. So we can solve now for the value of x. So this will give us x times x minus 7 times 1/2 equals 30. All right, so we can actually multiply both sides. Let's change the color. We can actually multiply both sides by 2, okay, so that we get rid of the denominator here. So this will give us, simplifying, this will give us distribute x times x is x squared, and distribute, that will give us minus 7x, and we can actually cancel this out, and what we have here in the right side is 30 times 2 is 60. This is equal to 60. Or simplifying, we have x squared minus 7x minus 60 equals 0. All right, now there are so many ways to solve for the values of x here, but I think the quickest one is by factoring. So what are the factors of 60 such that its sum or difference is 7? So obviously it's 5 and 12. 12 times 5 is 60. So we have here two answers, two factors rather. So we have here one x here, another x here, and again the factors that we have to consider is 15, or are 12 and 5. No, so we will have here minus 12, because the sign here is minus. Okay, this one. So minus 12, and then we have here plus 5. So negative 12 times 5, that will give us negative 60. So I think we have the right factors here. Okay, so equating them to zeros, that will give us x minus 12 equals 0. So by addition property of equality, x is equal to 12. So we have here x plus 5 is equal to 0. So this will be equals x equals negative 5. All right, so we consider the positive value here. So this is the length of the longer leg, and so therefore x minus 7, or 12 minus 7, is equal to 5. So the length of the shorter leg is actually 5, and so we have the answers. Let's have another one. The product of two consecutive integers is 58 less than the square of the next consecutive integer. Find the three integers. Alright, so we are to solve for the three integers here. And when you say consecutive integers, the difference between the first integer and the next integer is simply 1. So if we're going to let x be the first integer, then our next integer will be plus 1. Alright? And our third integer will be plus 2. So this will be our third integer. Alright. Now the problem states that the product of two consecutive integers. So the product of two consecutive integers. So the product of x times x plus 1 is here means equals, so that will be equals 58 less than the square of the next consecutive integer. So the next consecutive integer here is x plus 2. So we have the square of x plus 2 less than 58. Okay, so this will be our equation. Now we can simplify this further so that we can solve for the values of x. Alright, so if we're going to distribute this here, that will give us x squared plus x, and simplifying this one, this will give us x squared plus 2 times x is 2x times 2 is 4x plus 4, alright, minus 58. Simplifying this further, this will give us x squared plus x equals x squared plus 4x, okay, and 4 minus 58 is negative 54, minus 54. Okay, so combining like terms, so this will give us, actually we can cancel this because x squared minus x squared will give us 0, okay, 0. So this will give us 0 equals 4x minus x minus 54. And transposing 54, this will give us 54 equals 3x. So we divide 54 by 3 and 3x divided by 3. So we have x here is equal to, so we have 54 divided by 3, so this will give us 1, and this is 2, 24, that will give us 8, so it's 18. So our x here is 18. Okay, so what will be the next number? The next number is x plus 1, so that will give us 18 plus 1 or 19. And what will be our third integer? Our third integer is x plus 2, that will give us 18 plus 2 equals 20.